the main story, right here, where you will get nowhere else in Canadian media, is the Muslim Brotherhood has officially come to Canada. Woohoo. They are in the Conservative Party through and through. I was having a good time. If you're following the page, I got some information from people inside the party. Now, at least some people in the Conservative Party are very concerned about their relationship with the Muslim Brotherhood. From what I hear about the NDP is the NDP might be bigger Islamists than the Islamists. I think even the Muslim Brotherhood was surprised by how ferociously they were courted by the NDP. Because usually the Muslim Brotherhood tries to infiltrate. Instead, they were infiltrated. It's a very aggressive relationship. Very interesting. I mean, the Liberals just bent over. But Kaleed Rasheed, who is the Muslim Brotherhood rep from Mississauga East in Ontario Parliament. This is Doug Ford, the crazy conservative. He's basically Hitler. If you're kind of familiar with that rhetoric, that's what we have now in Ontario. He was promoted. I was hearing that he might get deputy whip. Thank you for the tweet. Here he is. I am pleased to announce that incredible House office team, government House leader, Paul whatever his face, chief whip, what's his face, and deputy House leader. Oh no, and deputy whip, sorry, is Kaleed Rasheed. So Kaleed Rasheed is a rookie MPP technically. And he is a rising star in the Conservative Party. So I am hearing rumblings that they love Kaleed Rasheed. Some people love him because he brings in more money than anyone. Where's the money coming from? Who knows? I know it's the Muslim Brotherhood. And how do I say this about Kaleed Rasheed? What are his ties to the Muslim Brotherhood? Well, if you remember, a few months ago, Kaleed Rasheed got up in Parliament and basically he thanked the Kazaz Foundation. So there's a clip in the description. You can watch it after we're done. Don't you leave me. Of Kaleed Rasheed. He gets up in the Ontario Parliament and he thanks the Kazaz Foundation and its leaders Khalid Al-Kazaz and Sarah Atiyah. Now, Khalid Al-Kazaz is a member of the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt. He was part of Mohammed Morsi's Muslim Brotherhood government. So this isn't like, oh, he's connected to this and then this organization's director is the brother of this. It's like, no, he got up in Parliament and praised the work of Muslim Brotherhood member Khalid Al-Kazaz. Now, Khalid Al-Kazaz was foreign minister for Mohammed Morsi's Muslim Brotherhood government, and he was praised for three things by Kaleed Rasheed. One, his commitment to social justice, because what's more conservative than left-wing mumbo jumbo? I'll tell you what. Commitment to the equity of outcome. Yes, he actually says equity of outcome, which, if you're not familiar, that's literal communism. And then third was his commitment to democracy. If you remember the Muslim Brotherhood government, what did they do when they got in power? Oh, something about democracy. Oh, right! Banned other political parties! Just like the greatest democratic institutions ever known. So that's who we're praising. His commitment to left-wing mumbo-jumbo, literal communism, and democracy by banning democracy. Because everyone loves banning democracy. So that is Khalid Al-Kazaz. His wife, Sarah Atiyah. So the Atiyah family is someone you should also know. They are the main Muslim Brotherhood family, or allegedly in Canada. So Sarah Atiyah married a Muslim Brotherhood member, Khalid Al-Kazaz, moved to Egypt because she said Egypt represents her values, is a better place to raise her children than Canada. That was under Stephen Harper versus the Muslim Brotherhood. Because who has better values, Stephen Harper or the Muslim Brotherhood? Now, the father, Tani Al-Atiyah, is on the board of Islamic Relief Canada. What a shocker. But he's also the executive director of Masjid Toronto. This is the mosque where, it's in the video I told you about, they get up there and they pray for the death of the Jews and the non-believers, and Allah slay them one by one, infidels, and humiliate the polytheists and the unbelievers, and cleanse the Al-Aqsa Mosque from the filth of the Jews. It's that mosque where the video came out. Funny enough, the executive director, Sarah Atiyah's father, got in front of the National Post, said this to the media in the open, that at that mosque, they follow the ideas and the values of the Muslim Brotherhood. Said that to the National Post. That's in the newspapers. That's not me saying, well, I got this. No, he's the executive director of a mosque that says it follows the values of the Muslim Brotherhood. That mosque is under the banner of the Muslim Association of Canada. Do not believe me? Go to their website. Just type in Muslim Association of Canada to Google. Click who are we? Click the first link, about us. And it will say, in paragraph 2, near the bottom, we run on the values of Hassan al-Banna. Who is he? Is he the founder of the Muslim Brotherhood? Yes, he is. It used to just flat out say Muslim Brotherhood, but then they are identified as a Muslim Brotherhood front group in Canadian Senate, in which case they're like, whoa, okay, that seems to be a bad thing. We want to slander the experts, so we'll just say we follow the values of the founder of the Muslim Brotherhood, not the actual Muslim Brotherhood. That should get by the censors. And to the liberals, it's worked. And now to the conservatives, because the conservatives are utter cowards and all they care about is votes and money. And that's what this guy Kaleed Rasheed's bringing in. So from what I hear, Kaleed Rasheed was brought into politics by Omar Al-Ghabra, the high-ranking liberal member in Trudeau's government. He pals around with the Atiyah family, who openly state they follow the values of the Muslim Brotherhood. The father said that. Sarah Atiyah married a Muslim Brotherhood member, moved her family to Egypt. The son, if you watch the video I told you about where they're praying for the death of the Jews and non-believers, the guy right beside the imam praying is an Atiyah. Many photos with him with Kaleed Rasheed. So, this guy gets promoted, and it's solely because he could bring in money and he promises votes. Now, this is the provincial Conservatives, so maybe it's not the federal Conservatives. Maybe Andrew Scheer is strident and he's gonna fight extremism like it's a bunch of, I don't know what Andrew Scheer would fight. Maybe Andrew Scheer would fight the concept of interesting. Maybe Andrew Scheer will fend off the Muslim Brotherhood like he does a decent campaign. Might as well look at the Muslim Brotherhood and be like, that seems like something interesting that I should probably do. I'm gonna fight that. So, Salim Mansour, who I've talked about before, openly, I know him. I know people who are on campaign. I like him. He is a good man. He's also a Muslim, but he did the cardinal sin in Canada. Cardinal sin. What Salim Mansour did is he spoke out against radical Islam, spoke out against anti-Semitism, and spoke in favor of liberal Canadian values. I know. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Please don't tell me there are Muslims who love Canada, adopt Canadian values, ran away from Muslim Brotherhood figures and Islamists, and want to preserve Canada as a free nation. It's not like they're in this building right now. That would be a travesty. So the Conservative Party said, nope, we're blocking Salim Mansour. He's a Muslim, but some people might say that he's Islamophobic because he speaks out against radical Islam. I said this is why we can't have nice things. Tahir Gora, who runs TAG TV, was basically given the runaround by the Conservative Party. Wasn't allowed to run for them. Now he has to run for the PPC. Probably the same thing with Salim Mansour. So here's where we are. Do we prioritize, we need Muslim, we need diverse candidates, we need diversity, diverse? No. We need candidates who bring us no controversy from the media. The Conservative Party is its number one priority is moral cowardice. Number one. Number one priority is just be absolute cowards. So this is why we can't get, Muslim candidates who run on Canadian values. Instead, we get the Kaleed Rasheeds. We get the candidate in Toronto Danforth in the Federal Conservatives. He's from Pakistan. He's lived in Canada for 6 years. 6 years he's lived in Canada. You know what he did in 2018? He ran for Kathleen Wynne's Liberal Party. Lost that seat, then figured, you know what? I'll just join the Conservatives. Yeah, I'm sure he's dyed in the wool Conservative Party. These are the people we're letting run. And it's all because they're either afraid of being called Islamophobic, or they've been fully infiltrated by the Muslim Brotherhood, and the Muslim Brotherhood figures say, no, we can't have these guys be, all this money. We can't make money if these people are here. We promise you the Muslim vote. The problem is they're promising that to the Liberals and the NDP as well. So yeah, you'll get tons of crazy money coming in from Qatar. Woohoo! You'll get shadow money from the Gulf state radicals. Whoop-de-friggin-do. Is it worth it? Really, is it worth it? So, I used to say, when people would call Scheer Andrew Sharia, I'd say, hey, whoa, okay, pump the brakes. It's not, no, it's not Trudeau. There's a big difference. But now, I'm still on as of today, I'm still on the fact that, yeah, I'll probably vote Conservative, leave the party, then join Maxime Bernier's party because, you got principles. But, listen, Maxime Bernier's not going to win. He's not going to win, okay? He's not going to win. He'll 99.99999% chance they win 0 seats and then get ignored by the media. But I'm not going to blame anyone for voting for the PPC, or for vote splitting, or you're a Scheer. And, like, listen. Scheer and Trudeau aren't the same, and Maxime Bernier isn't a Trudeau puppet. But I get it if you're going to vote for Maxime Bernier. If you say, screw it, I know he's not going to win, but I just can't vote for this Conservative Party because what's conservative about them? Really? Like, oh yeah, axe the carbon tax. That's nice. Yeah, that's great. All in favor. You got me. But the amount of deals they made with the devil here is just too much. Please watch that thing. Like, he gets up in the legislature, Kaleed Rasheed, praises a member of it's also important to talk about what the Kazaz Foundation does. He praises the Kazaz Foundation, which deals with non-English speaking immigrants and refugees and helps assimilate them to Canada. So we have a Muslim Brotherhood organization that deals with non-English speakers and teaches them about Canadian values. Do you really want to be propping up these organizations? Do you really think we can make these many deals with the devils? We can promote Muslim Brotherhood organizations talking to refugees? Like I talked about, even Bangladesh is a Muslim majority country. They won't let Islamic Relief talk to their refugees or give them money because they're afraid of extremism. But here in Canada, we have it so good, we think we can kick these issues down the road and down the road, down the road, down the road, and the bill will never come due. But it will. And you can't blame the Conservative members if there's a massive exodus from the party, because this is the people they're letting in. And it's not like he just did not get censored. I could understand that as just a term of pure cowardice. You just don't want to deal with the issues, Doug Ford. I just need to get the economy running again on all social issues. I'm going to, dig that hole, stick my head in the sand, and join Andrew Scheer. But to promote him, to reward this behavior, done. It's over. Right? And then we have actual liberal Muslims or conservative Muslims, Muslims who love Canada, who speak out against radical extremists, who speak out against the Islamists. And they're persona non grata in the party. We can't have them. We can't have any controversy in Andrew Scheer's Conservative Party, no. We are diet milk. And you know what? You know how we're going to get elected? Remember those commercials that didn't work 4 years ago? We're going to do the exact same thing. Yeah, that's right. We're going to reshoot those commercials from 4 years ago that failed then, and we're going to do them this time. Take that, Justin Trudeau. Then we'll get in bed with the Muslim Brotherhood and all these special interest groups, and that will show them. Yeah, that's how we appeal to Canadians. Our Conservatives, listen. Stop talking to the Muslim Brotherhood. Get those commercials off the air. Instead of a bunch of people in a boardroom, oh, Trudeau, he's just never ready. How about a bunch of workers saying, oh, I'm busting my balls. I'm not making enough, but I have to pay a carbon tax? Yeah, that's right, Tom. That is bullshit. And how did Omar Carter get $10.5 million? This is totally unfair. Where's my money? I'm a veteran, and he's screwing me. End commercial. Trudeau dancing around in India. Incompetent. There, I just won you your stupid election. You can thank me later. Hey, at least I get to complain about Trudeau for 4 more years. There we go. I'll see you all in 2023. Fucking